Success is built, not discovered. Let us clear up one of the biggest misconceptions people carry about success. Success is not something you accidentally run into. It is not hidden behind luck, timing, or someone else giving you a chance. Nobody wakes up one morning and just finds a successful life waiting for them. Every meaningful life you admire was built intentionally over time by someone who made hard choices long before the results showed up. Most people only see the finished product. They see the confidence, the lifestyle, the freedom, the wins. What they do not see are the countless unseen hours where nothing felt rewarding. They do not see the early mornings, the lonely nights, the repeated failures, or the self-doubt. They do not see the person laying bricks when there was no guarantee the building would ever stand. Success is construction work, and construction is messy. There are days when progress feels invisible, days when it feels like you are doing everything right and nothing is changing. That is usually the point where people quit, not because they are incapable, but because they expected success to be discovered instead of built. They were looking for a shortcut when the process required commitment. Every strong life is the result of consistent effort applied in the same direction. It is built through routines, habits, and standards. What you tolerate, what you allow, what you repeat. Over time, those things form the structure of your future. You cannot outsource this process. You cannot wait for permission. Nobody is coming to save you or hand you a breakthrough. The responsibility is yours, and that truth can feel heavy, but it is also empowering. Because if success is built, that means you can start building it today, right where you are with what you have. Brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Everybody dreams. Dreams are easy. Dreams cost nothing. You can dream while staying exactly the same. That is why so many people live their entire lives talking about what they want instead of working on what it will take. The difference between the two is discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you say you want to be. Without that bridge, dreams stay on one side and reality stays on the other. You can see the life you want, but you will never reach it without disciplined action. Talent is not enough. Passion is not enough. Motivation is not enough. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Discipline shows up when motivation is gone. It moves you forward when excitement fades and the work becomes repetitive. Discipline is doing the work even when the results are not immediate. It is sticking to the plan when nobody is applauding. It is choosing progress over comfort when comfort is calling your name. Discipline is not dramatic. It is quiet. It is often boring, and that is exactly why it works. Every time you honor discipline, you are telling yourself that your future matters more than your present excuses. You are proving that your dreams are not just words you say to make yourself feel better, but commitments you are willing to back up with action. Discipline demands structure. It demands boundaries. It demands that you say no to some things so you can say yes to something greater. That is not punishment. That is alignment. Alignment between what you say you want and how you actually live. When discipline becomes part of who you are, your dreams stop feeling distant. They start feeling inevitable. Because reality always bends in favor of consistent, disciplined effort over time. Feelings are unreliable. Discipline is not. One of the biggest mistakes people make is building their lives around how they feel. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until they feel confident. They wait until they feel motivated. And while they are waiting, life keeps moving without them. Feelings change. They rise and fall. Some days you wake up energized, focused, and hopeful. Other days you wake up tired, discouraged, and unsure of yourself. If your progress depends on how you feel, your progress will always be inconsistent. That is why discipline matters. Discipline does not ask for your mood. It does not negotiate with your emotions. Discipline operates on commitment, not comfort. It says this is what we are doing regardless of how hard the day feels. There will be days when self-doubt is loud, days when fear whispers that you are not good enough, not ready, not capable. Discipline is what allows you to move forward anyway. It does not remove fear. It teaches you how to act in spite of it. People often believe successful individuals are more confident or less afraid. That is not true. The difference is they do not allow feelings to dictate their behavior. They understand that emotions are temporary, but the consequences of action or inaction are permanent. Discipline creates stability in an unstable emotional world. When you show up consistently, even on bad days, you build momentum, and momentum silences doubt. Over time, you stop asking, "Do I feel like doing this?" and start asking, "What does my future require from me today?" That shift changes everything. Small daily decisions shape massive outcomes. People overestimate what they can do in one day and underestimate what they can do over time. They chase dramatic breakthroughs while ignoring the power of small, repeated actions. But life does not change in explosions. It changes in accumulation. Your habits are writing your future every single day. The small decisions you make when no one is watching, those are the ones that matter most. The decision to prepare instead of procrastinate. The decision to be consistent instead of intense. The decision to do a little bit even when you cannot do everything. No single workout transforms a body. No single conversation builds a career. No single day creates success, but repetition does. Consistency does. Discipline in the small things compounds into extraordinary results. Most people quit too early because the early stages do not look impressive. The work feels slow, the progress feels minimal, the reward feels distant. But what they do not realize is that those small actions are stacking quietly, building momentum beneath the surface. Every disciplined day is a vote for the person you are becoming. Every excuse is a vote for staying the same. Small decisions also shape your identity. When you repeatedly choose effort, you start seeing yourself as someone who follows through. When you repeatedly choose avoidance, you start seeing yourself as someone who quits. Over time, those self-beliefs become self-fulfilling. That is why discipline in daily choices is so powerful. You are not just changing outcomes, you are changing who you believe you are. Success is rarely about doing something extraordinary once. It is about doing ordinary things with extraordinary consistency, showing up again and again and again, especially when it feels like it is not working yet. Because one day, the results catch up, and when they do, it looks sudden to everyone else. But you know the truth. You know it was built quietly through small, disciplined decisions made over time. Sacrifice today creates freedom tomorrow. Every successful person will tell you the same thing. You cannot have what you want without giving up what you want now. And that is a lesson most people fight against their entire lives. We live in a culture of comfort. We are trained to chase immediate gratification, to avoid discomfort, to make life easier in the moment. But the truth is, comfort is the enemy of progress. Sacrifice is not punishment, it is investment. It is the payment you make today to secure a better tomorrow. That may mean waking up earlier than everyone else. That may mean saying no to nights out, to distractions, to habits that feel good in the moment but steal your future. That may mean working while others are resting, learning while others are scrolling, or practicing while others are complaining. The struggle is real, but so is the reward. Temporary discomfort is the price for long-term freedom. Think about it. The person who studies while their friends play is the person who eventually has the knowledge, the opportunity, and the confidence to live life on their own terms. The person who sacrifices short-term pleasure builds wealth, skill, and resilience that will serve them for decades. Sacrifice tests your commitment. It is easy to talk about wanting something. It is easy to dream about the life you desire. But when the cost shows up, will you pay it? Will you stay consistent when the world tempts you to quit? That is where discipline becomes more than a word. It becomes a lifestyle. And the beauty of sacrifice is this: it is always temporary. The pain is fleeting, but the results last. The discipline of today compounds into the freedom of tomorrow. Every time you choose delayed gratification, every time you endure discomfort for the sake of a goal, you are building a life that no one can take away from you. Sacrifice is also about prioritizing what truly matters. It forces you to clarify your vision. When you learn to give up what is unnecessary, you start to see clearly what is essential. You begin to understand the value of focus, of consistency, and of putting your energy into the things that actually move the needle in your life. Some people call it missing out. I call it showing up for your future self. Every choice to delay comfort, to push through discomfort, to honor your commitments, those are investments in freedom, security, and fulfillment. And the more you embrace sacrifice today, the less limited your options will be tomorrow. Sacrifice is not glamorous. It is not easy. But it is the bridge to the life you dream about, the freedom you crave, and the success that others only wish for. Every person who has reached the top has paid the price in sweat, time, and disciplined choice. And every day you choose to do the same, you are stepping closer to that reality. Discipline builds confidence and self-respect. Discipline is not just about getting things done. It is not just about finishing tasks or hitting goals. Discipline is the foundation of self-respect. It is the quiet force that shapes your character, your identity, and the way you see yourself in the world. When you commit to a disciplined life, you start keeping promises to the most important person in your life, yourself. Every time you follow through on what you said you would do, your confidence grows. Every time you honor a commitment to yourself, you are reinforcing the truth that you are reliable, capable, and worthy of trust. Most people underestimate the power of this. They chase validation from others, seeking approval or recognition, but true confidence does not come from applause. It comes from integrity, from consistency, from knowing that when you say you will do something, you do it, no matter how inconvenient, difficult, or uncomfortable. Discipline transforms self-perception. When you repeatedly show up for yourself, you start to see yourself as someone who is strong, capable, and determined. When you repeatedly choose shortcuts, excuses, or instant gratification, you reinforce doubt, weakness, and inconsistency. Your life becomes a reflection of the promises you keep or fail to keep to yourself. Confidence built through discipline is unshakable because it does not rely on circumstances. It is not based on luck, praise, or temporary success. It is earned through action, and action is controllable. You can always choose to be disciplined even when life is unpredictable. That choice empowers you in ways that no external validation ever can. Discipline also teaches self-respect. When you honor your commitments, even when it is hard, you develop pride in your own character. You stop compromising on what matters. You stop excusing behaviors that hold you back. You start valuing yourself enough to demand more from your own life, your own time, and your own efforts. And here is the secret. Confidence and self-respect are contagious. Once you experience them, they affect how others see you. People are drawn to those who keep their word, who show up consistently, who operate from integrity and self-discipline. Your discipline does not just change your life. It influences your environment, your relationships, and the opportunities that come your way. Discipline is, in essence, a declaration. I am worth the work. I am worth the effort. I am capable of more than I once believed. That declaration, repeated over and over in the choices you make, creates a life where confidence is natural, respect is earned, and success is inevitable. When you embrace discipline, you are not just working toward goals. You are building a foundation of trust in yourself that no setback, no failure, and no challenge can destroy. That is why every successful life is a disciplined life, because confidence, self-respect, and reliability are the pillars upon which everything else is built. Your life rises to the level of your standards. Everything in life has a standard. Your relationships have a standard. Your work has a standard. Your habits, your time, your decisions, they all have a standard. And here is the truth most people avoid facing. Your life can never rise above the standards you set for yourself. If you settle for mediocrity, you will receive mediocrity. If you tolerate inconsistency, you will experience inconsistency. If you allow yourself to take shortcuts, your results will reflect those shortcuts. Your life does not respond to your wishes, it responds to your standards. And those standards are set by your discipline, by your choices, and by what you demand of yourself when no one is watching. Standards are not arbitrary. They are reflections of what you believe you are capable of. If you constantly compromise, if you let excuses define your actions, if you choose comfort over effort, you are telling the world and yourself that your potential is limited. But when you raise your standards, you raise your life. Raising your standards is not about perfection. It is about refusing to accept less than what you are capable of. It is about saying no to behaviors, people, and situations that do not align with your vision. It is about holding yourself accountable in ways that challenge you, stretch you, and demand that you grow. The discipline behind high standards is not always glamorous. It requires courage. It requires sacrifice. It requires doing things today that others are unwilling to do so that your tomorrow is far beyond what they can imagine. And here is the most important part. When you hold yourself to high standards, you create a life that others admire, not because of luck, not because of talent, but because of commitment. High standards shape your identity. They teach you who you are and what you are capable of. Every choice you make, every action you take, every promise you keep or break, these are all mirrors reflecting your standards back to you. And over time, those reflections build a person of character, integrity, and strength. You cannot outsource this. You cannot rely on someone else to set your standards or enforce them for you. Your life is your responsibility. Every decision, no matter how small, carries weight. Every habit, repeated daily, compounds. And when you live by high standards consistently, you stop hoping for a better life. You start creating it. And here is the beauty of it. Once you realize that your standards dictate your results, you gain freedom. Freedom from excuses, freedom from blame, freedom from waiting for someone else to validate your worth. You stop asking, why me? And start asking, what am I willing to do? Life is always testing you. The questions are not always obvious. They come as challenges, setbacks, temptations, and distractions. The choices you make in those moments, especially when no one is watching, are the ones that define the quality of your life. High standards demand that you answer those questions with integrity, consistency, and courage. So I want you to understand this. Your future is not random. Your destiny is not predetermined. Your life is a reflection of what you demand from yourself. Discipline is the tool. Sacrifice is the currency. Standards are the blueprint. When you combine them, nothing can stop you. You see, people often look at successful lives and assume there was some secret ingredient, a shortcut, a lucky break, or a special opportunity. But the reality is simple. Their lives rose to the level of their standards. They refused to accept less. They refused to quit. They refused to let feelings, fear, or comfort dictate their choices. And now it is your turn. It is your time to set the bar for yourself. It is your chance to decide what kind of life you will accept and what kind you will refuse. It is your opportunity to create a future where your dreams are no longer dreams, where your potential is no longer limited, and where your discipline becomes the foundation of everything you achieve.